This is Unit 7, Week 1, question number 7. How did the U.S. stay in the war effort? What changed at home in the U.S.? First, massive buildup of the role of government in society. No more laissez-faire, and also certainly no more progressive support for the government regulating and coming in favor of labor. First thing the government sets up is a group called the War Industries Board to help transfer all factory production to making military weapons, so that the U.S. government is cooperating with corporations and businesses as they transfer to making things that go boom, and weapons. And the second group that's put together is the Food Administration. It tells the carrots to line up on the left and the potatoes on the right. No, the Food Administration with Herbert Hoover, keep that name in mind, he's going to be president, is in charge of that. Why? To help convert American farms to making goods that are necessary to feed not only American troops, but British troops as well, and to regulate farm production so we have enough wheat to feed not just the Allies, but ourselves at home. As part of that, they set up all kinds of programs back in the United States: Wheatless Wednesdays, Meatless Mondays, Save Supplies for the Allies. And they even encourage victory gardens so people can grow some of their own food at home to save supplies. Next, the government sets up the War Labor Board. What do? They encourage Americans to not go on strike. The Progressive Era, 1900 to 1918, was a period of more support for labor. Now it goes into a period of any kind of a strike or disturbance of production is unpatriotic, interferes with the war effort. So the War Labor Board encouraged people not to strike, to try to solve disputes peaceably. And union membership actually went up during the war, but the board was working hard to keep any unions from protesting or complaining too much. What happened was there were a lot of strikes after the war from deferred tensions. And finally, the government set up the CPI, the Committee on Public Information, or Misinformation. What was it doing? It told George Creel, it's set up headed by George Creel, and it set up all these media programs to keep Americans in pro-war and anti-German. They actually fined a film company for making an American Revolutionary film, because that was bad publicity. The Americans were fighting the British. They didn't want to show the British as the bad guys, and they hired 4-minute men. Thousands of guys traveled the country giving patriotic 4-minute speeches all across the country. Basically, at the end, they wrote articles making it sound like, wow, this is what would happen if Germany invaded the United States. The CPI made America, propaganda-wise, pro-war, anti-German, even if we weren't directly attacked. And that's it for part 1, and I'll wrap up this in a second clip from some guy in an Aloha shirt.